seeing is excellent, very good. You are following on the track. That is because, please understand friends, one day we'll be going round the hill, we'll send you all. And of course, when the weather changes a little, you can see the sunset. We'll go to the mountain. Here, in the hillock, we'll go to a point. There's a nice jungle road here. We'll go there. So when you reach that place, or for that matter any other place for the first time when you are going, of course you enjoy the whole place because nice travel, beautiful sceneries, everything is nice, you enjoy the whole thing. After you come back, suppose somebody asks you, can you go there by yourself? Not everybody shall say yes. Those of you, while going, if you have marked the landscape, you have marked the little sites somewhere, then you can go back by yourself. But those of you who just enjoy the travel, I say, oh, the place is beautiful, but can you go by yourself? Difficult. Because you don't remember. You lost yourself in the travel. You did not remember the landmark. Exactly the same also, this class. Do you enjoy this class? Oh, excellent. Are you happiness? Of course I am the happiness. Can you say how? That is why some of you will find it difficult to write also, because you enjoy the travel. You enjoy the whole thing, it's excellent. You can't get out of this logic, irrefutable logic. You can't just destroy it, however intelligent you are. That is why this knowledge requires little grey matter inside. What to do? Especially for this generation, because if you are a simple person, we can reveal you in the simplest way. But because you are complicated, we have to make it complicated. It's just like an operation. Somebody just beginning of a disease, whoosh, out. Very complicated, oh boy. Suppose you have got your blockage, your artery blockage is starting. All right, take some statin, finish it up. If already 90% block in 3 places, open heart surgery, double bypass, triple bypass, very difficult. What to do? Same thing also here. Are you getting that point, please? Being educated, our mind is very, very complicated. That is why people find it difficult. Subject is not difficult because you are the subject. You are the happiness itself. So remember, please, as even while going to a new sport, which you enjoy, but if you want to go back by yourself, you better remember the landscape. Same thing also, when you are step by step, logically, this whole truth is revealed to yourself, you must remember the landmarks. So that you can do it for yourself. That is why I ask you to write. For your sake. Not that every book will be written, 100 books will be written. It's not like that. It is for your sake. But most of the time the mind is so vague, it will enjoy. Then you go back writing and your hand is frozen. It's a lead. You can't lift a pen to write. Finds it very difficult. Oh, I know, it's very nice. But, yes, you can't. Please appreciate. You must think. If you keep it as a feeling, the feeling shall disappear. If it is your thinking, it shall last forever. Feelings disappear, understand? Feelings, just feelings. I felt good, but you don't know how it came about. Therefore you don't know how to bring it about. That is why all these people who are mystics, mystics means mistakes. Because these guys never know how it happened to them, so they will never know how to transmit. No mystic can ever transmit, because mystic is a mistake. By mistake he has got it. How? Don't ask. But he got it. When he speaks the language, it will appear very truthful. But since he doesn't know how he has reached it, he will not know how to hand it over. That is why when we say Guru Shishya Parampara, the tradition of a teacher and the student, the teacher knows, the student knows. The teacher knows, the student knows. It comes down from generation to generation. So there is no question of telling, oh, I got it by myself, I was under a tree, I was under a rock, it happened. And if somebody, think friends, if by chance somebody emphasizes that you don't need a guru, you don't need a teacher, you don't need anybody, you can learn by yourself, then why are you talking? If enlightenment, understand. If enlightenment, awakening, happiness, freedom, call it any language you like. If it is all very spontaneous and you don't need anybody's help, then the person who got that enlightenment in a spontaneous way, should he talk about it? He should not. Why? Because if it happened to him, it will happen to others. So he should stop speaking, stop writing, close the shop, disappear. No, the fellow establishes an organization to tell that you don't need anything. For what? You understand the flaw in that logic? It becomes a disaster. If you say it is spontaneous, it will happen to everybody. So why are you talking about it? Why are you writing a book on it? It's a waste of time. Why need of a book? Why the need of a teacher? Please appreciate, friends. Those are all idealism. Anyway, we shall see all that later on. Now get into the topic now, please. You think for yourself. And when you are convinced, you remember the landmark. You go on contemplating and see it for yourself. And as we started, you must recognize first, what is that something you want in life? As we saw it last 2 days, everybody, without exception, without any consideration of caste, creed, sex, race, nationality, religion, every individual wants happiness in life. It's a universal phenomenon. Are you getting that point, please? Everybody, without exception, wants happiness in life. Now, if you want happiness in life, the next thing is, where is the address? Because first you must know what you want. Then only you can ask where to get it. No. Suppose on the road, you are standing on the road, and somebody asks you, sir, please tell me how to go. Then what will be your question? Where? I don't know, but you tell me how to go. What shall I say? Paityam? Nuts? Nutcase. Please tell me how to go. Hey, where do you want to go? I don't know where to go, but you tell me how to go. You will give up that nutcase, isn't it? First you must know what do you want. Then I shall tell you how to. If you say, I want education, go to university, address. You want money, go to bank. You want job, go to a factory. You want things, go to a shopping center. You want happiness? What address shall you give? This is where trouble begins. What is the address of happiness? Everybody vaguely gives that address. What is that? Get educated, you'll be happy. Get money, you'll be happy. Get things, you'll be happy. Get married, you'll be happy. Each one goes on giving a destination. Then what happens? Every person therefore goes on reaching destinations after destinations after destinations. It is literally like following a mirage. You get educated, nothing happens. You go on postponing. Nobody tells happiness is here and now. Listen carefully, friends. Nobody says happiness is here and now. Everybody postpones, and you get this unsolicited, unspoken message from the day one. The child is happy, not with himself, but the child is happy, comfortable. Child is not unhappy, let's use that language. The child is not unhappy. Now the child is playing. Now, you say, go to school. That means, and child finds it very uncomfortable. I don't want to go to school. I want to play. Because he is happy. The school is unhappiness. Yeah, I don't want to go there. But what shall you say? Don't worry, now it will be bad, but when you grow up, go to high school, it will be nice. That means in school there is no happiness. In the high school there will be happiness. Then you go to high school, you go, okay, you struggle, you go there, you find it very boring. When you go to university, everything will be fine. So that means in a school there is no happiness. You understand the postponement? Unspoken messages continuously given. In school there is no happiness, go to university, everything will be fine. So you wait for the university days and you join the university. Then you see bunking the class is more interesting than attending the class. So again you are miserable. You don't want to attend the class. That time everybody said, no, study well. When you get a job, you will be happy. That means there is no happiness in the university. Then when you go to the job, they shall say, I'm looking for a job. Then what type of job it will be? If you get money, you will be happy. Meaning in the job as such there is no happiness. More money, no work, happiness. So the person looks for more money, less work, for happiness. So postpone, postpone, postpone. Then you say, but I got the job, nothing happened. Get married, dud. You get married. Everything will be fine. Then everybody is now put up the antenna and looking for the marriage, right? Then you get married, problems began. Because before it was only one person's problem, now it is two people's problem. Why? Understand. You are unhappy, listen carefully. You are unhappy and you are looking for happiness. In whom? To other person who is also unhappy, looking for happiness. So two unhappy people will be doubly unhappy or happy? In mathematics, in arithmetic, half plus half is 1. But in life, incomplete plus incomplete is doubly incomplete, not complete. That is why your love goes boom. Gets burst, just like that. It doesn't work because two incomplete people. So you get married, nothing happens. Oh, this is the cage, this is the prison. Get out of it. You get relief, you don't get happiness. You get out of it. When you get out of it, you don't get happiness. You get relief. Appa, because at least my problem I can handle. Two people I can handle. So when you are thus very, very tired, never getting happiness here, please see, religion comes in and that takes the cake. That takes the cake. It tells you there is no hope of happiness here. Most religions will talk about it. Only when you die. After the death, in the heavens, you shall be happy. Anybody interested? And what shall you be? How shall you be happy there? What all you deny here, you will get it there. How stupid! Why should I deny myself everything here to get everything there later on? I am not sure whether I will be there to get it or not. He said, later on you shall be happy. So intelligent people can't take it, can't grab it. He said, what nonsense is that? Think. Happiness, friends, is never later on. It has to be here and now. I am interested in happiness here and now. But this is the message has been given to us. That is why most people are frustrated. There is no happiness. But when you start analyzing your moment of unhappiness, please see. What is your moment of unhappiness? When you are missing something, okay? I told you. When you are, just simple example, you are missing something. Beautiful climate, lovely weather, lovely place, everything is good, everything is nice. But inside one thought is bugging you. You are missing somebody or something. You feel unhappy. The whole place is restful. You are restless. Right in the midst of a lovely jungle, beautiful mountain, quiet vast desert, lovely quiet ocean, you are the restless coot. Totally restless. Why? Because you are in. Are you getting that point, please? Your thought is bugging you. Recognize that. They say in Indian tradition, there are three people keep awake in the night. Yogi, Bhogi, Rogi. Yogi means the person who is contemplating. Bhogi is the guy who is indulging. Rogi is who is diseased. These three people don't sleep in the night. For a change, be either of the three. Suppose you are a Rogi. Rogi means the diseased fellow can't sleep because wide awake, can't sleep. Bhogi, the person who is indulgent. Night is always young. Morning 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, only 3 o'clock, 1 hour more. Only 4 o'clock, because early morning 6 o'clock, when the sun rises, he sleeps. Are you getting that? Such people. It's a Bhogi. He keeps wide awake. For a change, can you be a Yogi? Yogi means, suppose there is a night, you don't get sleep. Please see that. You don't get sleep. Keep awake. And ask yourself, why this restlessness? Who is responsible? Listen carefully. Who is responsible? Suddenly you will discover, whomever you consider responsible, they are happily snoring away. Your husband is snoring, your wife is snoring, your children are snoring, your neighbors are snoring, your office people far away, office is far away, everybody is far away. There is nobody living, tangible around, existing around to bug you at that moment. And what is bugging you? A memory, a thought. So what makes you restless? The world or the thought? Are you getting that? In different way I am emphasizing it. Are you getting that point, please? You must be absolutely convinced that no object in the world can affect you without being a thought in your head. That is why unknown things, nobody's problem. Unknown person, nobody's problem. The thought doesn't exist. Please have a problem without a thought. Come on, try. Don't have a thought and try to have a problem. Please think. That is why you are missing. So now this missing, this morning I was thinking, friends, I'll explain to you, is so beautiful. The more you do that groundwork, it will be easier for you to grasp it very clearly. Please see that. Three things, the thoughts are coming up, you are missing. Now this missing can happen in three different ways. Please think over. This missing can happen three different ways. One is your memory. Memory is a great source of making you miserable because the thoughts will come up, objects are not there. Most people are miserable by memory. Grown-up people. I am talking grown-up people. Most grown-up people are miserable because of their memories. And the beauty of it is, your memories will not affect me, my memories will not affect you. That is why, when other person is miserable, you can advise very nicely. Because you are least affected by other person's memories. Are you getting that point, please? You must see it. Your memories affect you. That is the moment you sit down, and especially people, suppose you want to choose to sit down in meditation, that is the time people feel most restless, because that is the only time when all your memories will have a wonderful time to come. Other times you don't remember them. Suppose you are seeing, hearing, tasting, very busy doing things, you don't remember anything. But when you are sitting down quietly, all the thoughts that you don't want to remember also comes. That's why people don't want to meditate. They don't want to observe themselves. You cannot. I have been asking you, observe, observe. You only know how much you are doing. Think. Because you will be restless. Please. So that is one source. When the thought comes up and the object is not there, you will be miserable. That is why, even though the place is beautiful, atmosphere is beautiful, climate is beautiful, your food is nice, everything is beautiful, but you are carrying one little load inside your head, and therefore face is drawn and you are miserable. That is most people. Are you getting that point, please? Most people are like that. Because one memory, they are carrying it. No smiles in the face, no laughter. There is no relaxation in the face because one memory, killing them inside, killing from inside. Why? This happened, shouldn't have happened, she should be there, he should be there. Something is bugging you. Are you getting that? You are miserable. So, what makes you miserable? People, objects, or your thoughts? Your thoughts. Just see, yesterday I told you, but I want to give you a little more, so you really work on it and feel absolutely comfortable with your memory. So the moment the thought comes up, you are now miserable. Suppose the object of your thought arrives. Whatever you are thinking, somebody gives it to you or you get it. How do you feel? Immediately person is, oh, very happy. Why? Is it the presence of the object or the absence of thought? It's the absence of thought to begin with. But in reality, if you say it is absence of thought, the moment another thought comes, your happiness disappears. That is where you make the mistake. It's not the absence of thought that gives you happiness. At that moment, you are with yourself. At that moment, you are with yourself. Are you getting that point? We have explained it yesterday very clear. At that moment, you are with yourself. Like absence of sound, absence of my speech is only absence of my speech. Absence of speech is not silence. Silence is independent. Silence is independent of my speech or no speech. You get that subtle statement? Silence is not the absence of my speech. Silence is independent. Speech begins, speech ends. Thought begins, thought ends. Yourself, always with yourself. So any time you are happy, you are with yourself. Are you convinced, sir? Do you understand that point? Are you getting that? Any moment of happiness, you are with yourself. Are you getting that point? Now comes a beautiful statement. This morning, I am going to share with you. Please work on it. Any moment of happiness, you are with yourself. Any moment of unhappiness, you have lost sight of yourself. Take care. Are you getting that point, please? Any moment of happiness, you are with yourself. And in any moment of your so-called unhappiness or agitation, you have lost sight of yourself and you are lost in the thoughts. That is why your memory can bug you. Listen carefully. Your memory can bug you, or there are two other ways you can be bugged. Now analyze that. One is creating your own desire. We'll see now. Please see how you make it for yourself to miss an object. Objects do not demand you to miss them. Start with non-living things. You have gone for a shopping, you go for walking in a shopping center, window shopping. You go there for window shopping. Please see, friends, when I say please, 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 I'm not underestimating your intellect. The whole thing is so simple. If you miss it, you miss it. And if you grab it, you grab it. Nobody can touch you. Think for yourself. Please think for yourself. When you go for a shopping, you're seeing so many things, no? You saw the nice watch. Oh, beautiful. Can I have it? Oh, it will be so nice. Next you saw one bag, watch is forgotten. Next is an umbrella, bag is forgotten. You saw a crystal, everything is forgotten. After some time, it's all right, let's go home. Everything is forgotten. What does it mean? Those are all fancy. Listen carefully. You saw, a perception took place, thought took place, but forgotten. That type of thought will not affect you. Understand? That type of thought will not affect. It is only a fancy. Understand? Just a fancy. That will not affect you. But suppose after coming back home, the picture comes back. Oh, that watch was very nice. Who is making you to think? Nobody. You developed a likeness for that watch. Okay? It comes back. Nice watch. Your first thought is knowledge. Watch. The thought is not a problem. Are you getting that point, please? Your first thought is knowledge. And that knowledge is not a thought is not a problem. But suppose I like it. I like it. Then what else I'll think? Oh, the watch is so nice. Now you are building it. The more you build, understand, the bigger you're built up, you create thought by thought, built up by built up, you convert a simple thought to a desire. How the desire is formed? Who is creating desire for you? Did the object ask you to desire? The object doesn't ask you to desire. Listen carefully. Inanimate object. You must qualify it. Later on I'll come to animate. Then you'll know the problem. Inanimate object will not ask you to desire. No TV shall say, take me home. Does it any time happen? Swamiji, what can I do? I was going on the road. This car got out, pushed me inside, said, take me home. Anybody? I was passing by this, this necklace, diamond necklace, jumped into my neck and said, take me home. Anybody, anywhere? Nothing drags you. Listen carefully. No inanimate object ever affects you. Listen carefully. So this thought then comes up, oh, it's a necklace, it's a bag, it's a car, it's an antique, it's a crystal. You think about it. Then you go back, or another, okay, just inanimate. You think about it. Then you think, oh, it's so nice. Then what the child says, Mommy, I want a bicycle. My birthday, bicycle. What is bugging him now? Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. You create that desire. Suppose, listen, and that is the time, the more you create, the more that desire is created, you go on dwelling upon it. When the thought becomes a desire, listen carefully, when the thought of the, okay, step by step, object is the outside. Thought of the object, knowledge. When thought by thought, you convert a thought or knowledge to desire. When you convert the thought of the object to desire, the object of thought becomes desirable. Are you getting that equation? When you convert the thought of the object to desire, the object of thought becomes desirable. That is why somebody's meat is other person's poison. Simple. If you convert that thought to a desire, that object of your thought will be desirable for you, not for everybody. That is why when you feel attracted or distracted by somebody or something, other people don't feel attracted. So you say, see, I'm dying for cricket. The other fellow say, what do you see in this cricket? 11 full this side, 11 full that side, another 11,000 full watching. Bernard Shaw, right? Suppose you say, oh, I love racing. 500 kilometers, 300 kilometers. Why do you want to kill yourself? You must be nuts. You just see that? Some fellow say, oh, I love bungee jumping. Why do you want to jump yourself to death? Other fellow will say, which one is right? Are you getting that point, please? If you convert Please see how much power you have. We'll see that. Oh, please, friends, enjoy life. Learn. This is how it is. When you see through the whole mechanism, you are a master of this universe. Nobody can touch you. You want to be miserable? You choose to be miserable. Why? Why not enjoy another mood? Every time you should eat sweet. Why not bitter gourd also? Why not? Why should bitter gourd be bad? Bitter gourd has a wonderful taste. Sometimes missing somebody is so nice. Being miserable is so stupid. So nice. Can you enjoy it? See that? Every time sunshine, will there be vegetable? Rain must come. Like that moods. Anyway, all that we'll see. The thoughts. The moment the thought comes, first thought is knowledge. When you build it up. Oh, nice bag, nice watch, nice motorbike, nice TV, digital camera, computer. Oof. Then what happens? When you convert the thought to a desire, object becomes desirable. Now that thought bugs you. At that time, you lose sight of yourself. Are you getting that point? In moments of your desire, you are losing sight of yourself. Ignorant man, not aware of himself. That is the beginning. You are losing sight of yourself. Now the moment you lose sight of yourself, what do you say? Oh, I miss the object. Are you missing the object or missing yourself? Now that you are PhD in this knowledge, I can refer it. Are you getting that point? How the mechanism destroys you? Are you missing the object or you are missing yourself? Because if you don't get the object, the thought will go on bugging you. If the thought goes on bugging you, you don't know how to be with yourself. So what do? So everybody goes for the object. And see the equation. Bigger is your desire. Listen, the greater is your desire, greater is your built up, greater is your relief. Your happiness or unhappiness is proportional to the built up you have made. Suppose you are huge built up, huge relief. No built up, no relief. That is why people don't make themselves available easily. Try to, quote somebody, try. And any time you want a boy or a girl, just, you must have already done it, or you try it out also. You will see. Suppose you ask somebody, are you free for the dinner? No. Suppose you say, are you free for the dinner? Yes. Nothing to do. This fellow has nothing to do. You make yourself very easily available, so you have no value. So when shall you have a value? Are you available for dinner? When? Tonight. Tonight? Impossible. Next week? Oh, I have to look for it. No. Next week also not. What about next month? Very difficult. Now the more make you difficult, the more and more you make it difficult, the other fellow will go crazy, crazy, crazy. Then after making it really difficult, you know sincerely the fellow is really bugging you, missing you, that time say, okay, I'll find, somehow I'll adjust. Then how do you feel? Appa, thank you, thank you, thank you. There was nothing, no date, no engagement, nothing. But you put up your price. Because if you make yourself available, you are cheap. If you don't make yourself available, you are very, very special. So people who know the game, they manipulate the duds. Those who know the game, you can't manipulate them. You are manipulated. That is why it depends whom you come across in life. If you come across a smarter one, your game is up. As long as you are the idiots, you feel very supreme. That is why people like to hang around with idiots, because they can manipulate them. Understand? It's a dumb game human beings play. Please. You must see, you must see. So the bigger the thought, bigger is your built up, greater is the relief. Like when your house is by the side of a railway track. Every 2 minutes, trains are passing, trains are passing. Every 10 minutes, every 1 hour, trains are passing. The day the train stops, how do you feel? Huh? So quiet. Why? Because too many trains are passing. Suppose your place is in a quiet place. Do you miss quietude? You don't even recognize quietude. You must be disturbed to recognize it. Or can you beat it? Please see. So, when the thought is built up, now you are missing the object, but in reality missing yourself. That is why your own desire destroys you. Okay? One source. So your memory can bug you, and your own desire also can destroy you. These are all unintelligent, ignorant way of desiring. Listen carefully. Number 3. Certain things you build up, most of the things others build up for you. That is society, religion, traditions, business houses. Those who make happiness as an industry, that includes religious practices also. They shall promise you. These are the guys. Those who hold promises. iPod came to the market. iPhone came to the market. Digital cameras came to the market. The moment a product comes, what do? They spend billions of dollars on advertisement. Why? Is it charity? Not for charity. In the World Cup football, in Olympics, in all these tennis, Wimbledon and everywhere, you shall see all these. Nokia, Samsung, LG, Nike, just do it. That Reebok. Billions of dollars they spend on it. Why? So that I can give the example, right? And you also catch it immediately. Why? Because they are also successfully gone into our head. Nike, 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 gone it. Now what happens? First day, this is the shoe, Nike. Then this is the shoe. Michael Jordan puts it on, therefore you should put it on. Let him put on. Why should I put on? You understand? Because, Madonna does it, therefore I should do it. For what? Bend it like Beckham. Right? Because he plays it, therefore I should also do it. Wonderful. What I do, why can't he do? This is where comes idiots. You understand? Most of the people are governed by these type of things. The magazine decides what dress you should wear. The fashion design tells you what type of dress you should wear, what type of shoes you should have, what type of combination you should have. The food magazine decides what type of food you should have. The architectural magazine decides what type of houses you must have. The car people decide what type of car you should have. If an intelligent Volvo, intellectual's car, who said that? An idiot drives a Volvo also. Right? No, you understand. Please, friends, you must see. Today's world, you understand? As they say, medium is the message. And media successfully destroys. Why? Because we don't know how to function. Not that the knowledge is bad. You must know how to use it. I am not pointing out the badness of the advertisement or anything. No. When you know it, you shall play your game so well, nobody can beat you. It's your choice. You want a Mercedes? Have it. You want Ferrari? Have it. Not because somebody says, therefore I should have it. Choice is mine. This is where you become a free person. Understand? How you are manipulated, please see. So advertisers go on manipulating this weakness of the individual. And what is your weakness? The moment the thought built up takes place, you cannot rest. That is the weakness of every human being. You get bugged by your thoughts. Are you getting that point? You get bugged by your thoughts. So the advertising agencies push that thought again and again. Like you go on thinking about a perception, you go on thinking about an object, you create a desire for the object. If you don't create it, they help creating it in your head. That is why continuous bombarding by messages. They create it. Are you getting that? When they create it, now also same thing, you are helpless. I don't know what to do. Only those people who are selling TV, camera, telephone, no friends. Most dangerous thing is you and me. Another man around you, another woman around you. You know how the men and women advertise themselves in a subtle way? The way you dress, the way you smile, the way you laugh, throwing a hint that I am there. And the moment somebody makes a move, move away. Then only you can play the game. You advertise. The boy comes in a Porsche. Boom. All the girls, you have succeeded. Right? So when the girl comes in a particular outfit, a particular dress, everybody says, whoo, that's what it is. You have caught the sight. Once you have caught the sight, now the 5 people will follow you. 5 girls follow you or 5 boys will follow you. Just think, friends. Advertising, don't think only Nokia does it. LG does it. No. Individuals do it. And the whole animal world, the male species is condemned to do it. All the male species are nice. In the animal world, the male peacock is so beautiful. Goes on dancing, dancing, dancing. These 2-3 fellows will never bother for it. Right? The big elephant, ooh, the biggest tusker. The lion with mane. The baboon with color. Why? Advertising. Just advertising. You know the courtship dance of this thing. You must see that. We see anyway. You must have seen all that thing in wildlife movies. They kill themselves advertising. I'm available. Human beings also advertise. Somebody with the dress, somebody with the language, somebody with the money, somebody with the gift. Meaning, I come in a flashy car, beautiful house, yacht or a plane or something to show you, if you come to me, these you shall enjoy. No, I don't demand, These are the subtler players. The subtler players are, I told you yesterday, unspoken message. I love you. Unspoken message is, if you do everything I say. That is the unspoken message. But the spoken message is, I love you. You melt. The more if you melt, you can never be put back together. Don't worry. Think, friends, think. It doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl. You shall be, successfully you can be destroyed. If you don't know yourself. So the moment they say that, they show you all these things, meaning, if you love me, you shall get this. You shall love me means what? If you give me pleasure, you will get this comfort. That means my comforts are not giving me pleasure. If you give me pleasure, you shall enjoy the comfort. Do you understand the joke of it? Do you understand the joke of it? In my big house, in my biggest bed, in my best yacht, in my best plane, in my best everything, I am alone, lonely, isolated, miserable. I flaunt it in front of you. Why? Come into my nest. Why? You shall enjoy this. That is the advertisement. Purpose is, if you make me happy. You understand the pathetic side of it? How deceitful human beings can be. But the line is, I love you. That is why yesterday I told you, the biggest lie in the world is this statement. That statement shall be valid only when you love yourself. When you love yourself for who you are, then you can say freely, I love you. Why? Anybody, everybody, everywhere. Even if you hate me, I love you. Why? Because who you are, who I am, one and the same. I love myself for who I am, and therefore I love you for who you are. What you have is no considerations to me. If it is there, fantastic. Not there, excellent. Oof, you are irresistible. You know that? Think, friends. So the advertisers, whatever they use, they also build up your desire. When they build up your desire, you know what they do? They make it so uncomfortable for you. Are you getting the psychology of it? When they build that desire, build that thought, they make it very uncomfortable for you because you have lost sight of yourself. When you have lost sight of yourself, you will not be comfortable because you want to go back. That is your normal state. Happiness is your nature. You cannot afford to be unhappy. Therefore, what shall you do? Purchase their product. You have to purchase their product. That is where people hook you onto that, like a practice. Like religious people shall sell. That's why happiness industry, I told you. Happiness industry. Somebody sells a shoe, somebody sells a camera, somebody sells, money, somebody sells a body. A man can sell a body, a woman can sell the body. You can sell antiques, you can sell crystals, you can also sell God. You can also sell practices. If you do this practice, you will be happy. Meaning, this practice will give you happiness. You understand why the holding the nose has become another $1 billion business. Why meditation is another $1 billion business. Look at the wall. You come, sit in my ashram, look at the wall, give me $5,000 and you go. Wonderful. Nothing like it, boy. I will never tell you that you are happy with yourself. Then who will come to look at the wall next time? You understand the tricks of the trade? Because if I tell you, you are happiness, will you come next time to look at my wall? But if you say, oh, this place has got, Swamiji, this place has got a vibration. Oh, vibrating, eh? It's a vibration. Then if I am a businessman, what shall I say? Yes, these are all very specialized ones. Early morning, much more. Afternoon, little less. Midnight, intense. Midnight rate, $5,000. Early morning, $2,000. Midday, $50. You can sit down. I'm not telling you a joke. Other day, one person came. And he told me, oh Swamiji, this place is so nice, so nice. It's a wonderful vibration. This fellow is an energy fellow. I got such vibration, such energy. I said, oh, all right, very good. Which room they have given you? Simply, I'm imagining, so don't catch it really. Whoever in that room, don't run away. Okay? So where is that? Okay, I'll give you a safe room, number 6. So okay, so who is in that room? So I am staying in number 6, Number 6? I told the fellow, number 6? That fool, I think this manager doesn't like you. He should not have given it to you. No, nothing. Just one man had committed suicide, but it doesn't matter. Yes. It doesn't matter. This place is nice, it's wonderful and everything. I changed the whole topic and went away. Next morning when the person comes to me, I say, hello, how was the sleep last night? It's okay. Did you sleep same place? No, Swamiji, how can you say that? I changed the room because the fellow committed suicide. I said, what happened to the energy? What happened to the energy of the place? Please don't drive yourself crazy. Happiness that you are is same everywhere around the universe. It's not this is special place, special advertisement. Yes, you are the happiness. Nobody is going to give it to you. Listen. So when these advertisers do that, what do? They take it away from yourself. And suppose somebody says, Absence of thought is happiness. Therefore, what is the arrangement? All sit down together. Soft music. Very soft music. Or a lot of dance. Sit down. How do you feel? After a huge workout, naturally you feel, for that should you pay? Or listen to the music. If you listen to a movie song, it is secular. If you sing a religious song, it is bhajan, it is religious, right? What are they trying? In all the time, you are only seeing yourself. So advertisers exploit to the hilt, of course unconsciously. Then no human beings cannot live with their thoughts. So they push that thought into your head. If they successfully get into your head, build it up for you, they have sold the brand. You create a media blitzkrieg. This is the movie everybody must see. The moment a movie gets an Oscar, suddenly it becomes a best movie, just because Oscar gave it. Just think of it. There are 7 books. One got Booker Prize. You mean the other 6 books are useless? But that book sells millions. Just think the branding. Please appreciate. And if you have not read it, you are out of sync. You are not contemporary. You are not up to date. Why? Did you read this year's Booker Prize book? What is the Booker Prize book? If you don't know it, you are useless. If you know it, you show off. Have you read it? No. But still you shall say, yeah, I read the review. Ah, I see. You understand the point? How it goes, please. Thoughts, manipulation of thoughts. The moment they build it, why you go for it? Because the thought comes up, again, you are not with yourself. So, why do you want to purchase that book, object? Is it for the object's sake or for your happiness sake? Understand? Average person, you purchase it usually for your happiness sake. Because most of the time you will purchase a gadget which you cannot use, but you want to have it to show off. I have seen people doing only email in Mac Pro. Only email. At the most sophisticated phone, you don't know how to use it, but just to show it off. The best thing the person has. He must have the best. You are like a gadget freak. You must have it. Why? Impress other people. And if you are happy because others don't have it, the other fellow is miserable because somebody else has it. How fantastic. Huh? How successfully we make ourselves miserable, friends. Please see. And who is pushing it? Advertisers. That is why signature model. Signature model means what? Only 10. Only 100 cars. So he says, owner of the one exclusive, custom built. So you are very, very special, right? You understand how you are killed in life? What is that Ferrari can take you to, which ordinary ambassador will not take? Little earlier, little later, are the only difference. You go in the Concorde, 4 hours. You go in 747, 7 hours. But you will reach. But you have to pay. Hey, listen, those are different things altogether. What we shall have, that is a technology, that's a different thing. But you look for your thoughts now. Don't take a flight in Concorde for a happiness. As an experience, yes. Happiness, no. You want to purchase a best car? For speed, purchase it. For happiness, no. You want to eat some food? Just for an experience? Have it. For happiness? No. Why? Happiness is myself. Are you getting that point, please? In any time, Whenever the thought build-up takes place, you are not missing the object. You are only missing yourself. Are you getting that point, please? Having seen it, then you will be so comfortable with yourself, then you can choose to have the object for object's sake. I am happy with myself, but this car I need. I am happy with myself, but this telephone I need. I am happy with myself, but this something I need. Why? For its own sake. Then you are again free. So you know how to desire, not to desire. Are you getting that point, please? So the teaching, the whole understanding helps you to teach you how to desire, not to desire. I am free from desire. That's a silly statement. Why should you be free from desire? For what? You must learn how to desire. How to use a thing, not to use a thing. If indulgence is an excess, denial also is another excess. Both are going to extremes. One is indulgence extreme, other is denial extreme. I told you yesterday, in search of comfort, don't lose sight of happiness. And because you are happiness, don't dismiss the comforts. You need everything in life. Understand? Weather is like this. Think, friends. You are happy with yourself, but heavily raining, definitely uncomfortable to move about. But that doesn't take away your happiness. Now the rain stops, beautiful weather, you go for a walk. It is comfortable to walk, but you are not more happy. Are you getting that point, please? Happy with yourself. But use the rain, use the summer. Use the rain, use the summer. Use the food, whatever food is available. Use the dress, whatever is available. You can use anything. Are you getting that point, please? Why? Because you are beginning with yourself. Happiness, myself. Because any moment of happiness, you are with yourself. Are you getting that? So these three possible ways you can be miserable. Your memories can successfully wipe you out. Your memories can successfully keep you away from yourself. Your own making, your own built-up can successfully keep you away from yourself. Other persons advertising, pushing the thought and idea. It can be advertisers selling products. It can be a man or woman selling himself or pushing himself or herself. It can be a religious trick selling his God or his faith. All of these people can successfully keep you away from yourself temporarily. The moment you are aware, now you can handle them as you like. The whole thing is for you. Choice is yours. The whole thing is for you. You know how to use it. Please think of it. It's just like there was water. You don't know how to swim. You are drowning. Now you know swimming. What happens? Water becomes a sport. I didn't know how to handle these things. Everything was a trouble. Now I know myself. Okay? So this happiness, if you look for it, everybody looks for happiness. And what is that happiness? It's not outside or inside. It is myself. Is it really myself? Yes. Why? Because object of happiness is source of, object of love is source of happiness, and I love myself. Since I love myself, I must be the source of happiness. When I am the source of happiness, I have to be lovable. Because I love myself, I am the source of happiness. Because I am the happiness, I am lovable. Wow. The circle is complete. It doesn't make you self-righteous. Because you are not the only one lovable and happy. Everybody is happiness, everybody is love itself. What a world it will create. Think, friends. What a world. You are happy, you are in love with yourself. I am happy, I am in love with myself. I have no emptiness, you have no emptiness. You are full, I am full. You are happy, I am happy. Now, play the game in the relative world. In the relative world, comfort and discomfort is a relative thing. You can do anything you like. You can go to any extent. Your comfort is one small house, little food. That's enough. That is your comfort level. Other fellow says, for me comfort level is 1500 rooms and one restaurant inside. Have it. You are Brunei king. What to do? Just think of it. That is why when you know these things for yourself, who you are, which you will see the next phase of it, who you are, you recognize it. Who you are, they call yourself Rishi. Rishi in Sanskrit means Rishanti Jananti iti Rishi. Those who know the truth. Sages don't know the truth. Those who know the truth are sages. Understand? Engineers do not know engineering. Those who know engineering are engineers. Are you getting that? A lawyer doesn't know law. Those who know law are lawyers. Wise men don't know the truth. Wise people don't know the truth. Those who know the truth, they are wise. Are you getting that point? Now, so you are a Rishi. You can be Brahmarshi. Brahmarshi means high thinking, simple living. Very happy with yourself. Absolutely happy with yourself. You are happiness itself. But simple lifestyle. Small house, small thing, not much problem, whatever is there, happy. Very simple. High thinking. I am happiness absolute. I am the love itself. I am the happiness itself. Simple living. You don't want to take any responsibility. Safe. The next variety. Rajarshi. A Raja, a Rishi. He is a sage, he is a king. He is very happy with himself. But why not the empire? For that you have to work for it. For simple living, you don't have to work more. But for high living, you have to work. He said, okay, I am ready for it. I will work for it. More people can be reached. More people can be benefited. Because the person who is high thinking, simple living can share his thought, but he has nothing to share materially. But suppose there is somebody can share his thought, share also materially. Nothing like it. Rajarshi. Enormous responsibility, but very happy with himself. No exploitation. Rajarshi, Brahma. These two varieties, blessing for the world. The other two variety. So one is high living, high thinking, Rajarshi, royal sage, philosopher king. Other one is a high thinking, simple living, Brahmarshi, no problem. Simple living, simple thinking, ordinary people, they are also no problem. Very simple living, very simple thinking, they are also no problem. Do you know what is the problem, fellows? The problems are those who are seduced by high living and no thinking. That is our generation. Everybody is seduced by high living. I want the best house, best car, best comfort, everything. What is your thinking level? Nothing. Just think of it. Your thinking is absolutely zero. The person doesn't know. So that is where he becomes desire-ridden. guilt-ridden, greed-ridden, overwhelmed by greed, jealousy, hatred. How complicated life becomes, modern generation. High living, seduced by high living, but no thinking. That is why destroyed. So please see, know about yourself. So you are the happiness. If you see it very clearly, that any moment of happiness, I am with myself. If the thoughts come up, even though it looks as though I am missing the object or missing the person, in reality, I am missing myself. That is why, listen, whatever takes you to yourself, you love it. You listen to music, unconsciously go back to yourself, you love the music. You watch the sunrise or a sunset, unconsciously takes you back to yourself, you love nature. There is a person, a man or woman, very sweet, very sensitive, never creates any tension for you, never creates any conflict in your life, unconsciously takes you to yourself. You shall adore such a person. With whom you are comfortable. Those who do not invoke any disharmony in you. At that time you are unconsciously being with yourself. Understand? Then you can say, oh, then very good. That is why drug addicts are friends, thieves are friends, birds of same feather flock together. So, shall we say they are all Brahman? They are all happiness itself? No. When you are, suppose, similar traits, you are a cheat, I am a cheat, we are comfortable with each other. You are dependent on drugs, I am dependent on drugs. You are dependent on sex, I am dependent on sex. You are dependent on sound, I am dependent on sound. You are dependent on food, I am dependent on food. You are dependent on anything. Power position, I am dependent on power position. If we are very comfortable with each other, that is not happiness. That is, listen carefully, that is not happiness. At that time, you are depending on something. Because the dependence is similar, you think it is great, there is no conflict. But the moment one of the persons gets out of the dependence, your relationship will break away. I enjoy drinking, you enjoy drinking. I stop drinking, you can't be my friend anymore. Because, and that is not happiness. Why? Because you are dependent on something. In being happiness, being with yourself, you are not dependent on anything. Are you happy? Yes. Why? I am the happiness. Therefore, you don't create any disharmony, any type of built up or any type of disturbance in anybody. Nobody. So such a person who takes you to yourself, not makes you forget things. In a movie, you shall forget things. Listen carefully. If they make you to forget yourself, that also is a type of happiness. The same, are you getting that? They make you like a deep sleep. In deep sleep, are you happy or you are not unhappy? Not unhappy. In all these moments, sensations, listening to music, chanting, singing, dancing, watching a movie, swimming, reading a novel, eating good food, being with good company, you are just forgetting yourself. You are not being yourself. That is why it is an escape. Because you are forgetting yourself for some time, the moment that occupation is over, you are back to loneliness. Are you getting that? The friend goes away. The movie ends. The food finished. You are again back to loneliness. When you are happy with yourself, there is no question of your being back to loneliness again. You are always happy with yourself. So, whoever makes you to go back to yourself, you love that person. Even when you make to forget yourself, you also love that person. That is why in all these, most of the religious practices are like that. Just like you've got secular indulgences, like a movie, swimming, drinking, jumping, dancing, all that stuff. In the name of religion also you can do that. Dance, jump, sing, hug, all these things you can do. You think because it's religious hugging, therefore it is very ecstatic. Same stuff. Don't worry. For the secular person, there is no philosophy to back it. That is why he is normal. When for your perversion there is a philosophy to back it, you are pervert. That is why it becomes religious perverts. When religious gives you a sanction for doing nonsense, you can do whatever you like, no problem. That is dangerous. It should be your freedom. You are happy with yourself, being yourself. Happiness. Okay? Now we shall see if you are understanding that I am the happiness. Okay? Is it really true? Just close your eyes for 2 minutes, 1 minute, and then I shall start the topic. Just relax, friends. Take a very deep breath and relax completely, slowly exhaust it out. Just see that, friends. This quietude outside facilitates your being with yourself. A deep breathing, inhale and exhalation, facilitates a sight, a sound, or a touch, a taste, or a smell, can facilitate removing the thought. But they don't give you happiness which you are. You are always with yourself. The absence of an object or a person is not unhappiness. The thought reminds and you miss the person. When you get the person or the object, thoughts go. The objects, if they do anything, facilitate the disappearance of thought. But you don't that time conclude that absence of thought gives you happiness. If you do so, every thought will be a problem. The moment when the thought goes, you are with your self-awareness. So in reality, you are not missing something or somebody. You are missing being with yourself. Now that you are back to yourself, you are absolutely happy. And that nobody can take away, no thought can snatch, no object can deny, no force in the world can take it from you. It is your self-happiness. Okay, friends, now thank you. Now we'll start this other development, because the subject is like this, I want to do that, so that relax and enjoy. It's a very simple thing, and make it like a very lovely thing, easy. Don't worry about it. This I. Now it's I am happiness, okay? So what is the happiness? I am happiness itself. Now, so who am I? If somebody asks you, who are you? We saw in the first day, what are you looking for? I mean, ultimately, we had started the talk that you must know yourself, because only in the presence of you, the creation is a mystery, God is a mystery, everything is a mystery. You must know yourself. But that you must know yourself appears to be a philosophical question to most of the people. So make it easier by asking, what do you want? The person says he wants happiness. What is the address of happiness? It is myself. So what are you looking for? You are looking for yourself. I look for happiness. If happiness is myself, in reality I am looking for myself. So when you find yourself that I am the happiness, then no problem. The journey comes to an end right away, instantaneously. So I am the happiness. Is it really true I am the happiness? Yes, because not only any moment of happiness I am with myself, but I am the object of my love. Object of love is source of joy. Everybody loves himself. God forbid, this whole house starts now shaking. Who will jump first? Shall you grab somebody and go, or jump? It's a nice example they give it in Upanishads. When the house is on fire, father, mother, grandfather, grandmother, baby, daughter, son, daughter, the three generations sleeping. Now the house is on fire, they get up. House is on fire, everybody shouts and they get up. Who will go down first? Everybody will jump out immediately. By instinct, everybody jump away. Then, after reaching out, the mother will say, oh, baby is left out, or grandson is left out, or granddaughter left out, or husband left out. Then they will cry. Is there anybody in this crowd who can go and get it? Why? It is your son, you go. Your mother, you go. No. Is there anybody in the crowd? Poor firefighters have to sacrifice their life because they have to do a job. Anyway, Ishvara, human situations, think. Everybody does that. Instinctively, animals also do that. There was an experiment. A monkey was put in sometimes like a open stadium, not a big stadium, a small area. And he was pushed into it. Every place was covered up with water. He was not allowed to get in. The water was pouring in. So he had a baby. The monkey took the baby. And as the water was going on, he climbed the center wall, a center pole. He climbed. As he was going up, monkey is climbing. Then he sat on the top. The water was still pouring in. When it reached his monkey's body, he put the baby on the top. And when it almost going to reach his nose, he put the baby down and stood on the baby. Experiment. Instinctively, monkey is not trained, because he has to survive. As I told you, if a human being does it, not because he really wants to do it, but if he doesn't do it, living with that load of a guilt will be much more miserable. You can't take it, that I allowed somebody to die and I'm living. You can't, please. Everybody loves himself, and please understand, friend, there is no crime in that. Why? Because ultimately you are the love itself. And if you really want to love the whole world, love yourself. No choice. You want to give somebody riches, you have the riches. If you don't have, can you give? You want to educate somebody, if you don't have education, can you give it? Anything you want to give, you must have. You want to love somebody, you are empty. Are you getting that point? You are empty and you want to love everybody. How on earth can you do that? That is why it all, it backfires. You don't love yourself, but you feel comfortable being loved by somebody. That is why most of the time you are not loved, you are tolerated. Just not loved. Because what to do? If I don't say I love you, the fellow will throw a tantrum. All right. You are, you accommodate the man or accommodate the woman. What else to do? Because the person will throw a tantrum. What do? You are stuck. But when you are happy with yourself, it's a different game altogether. Okay, now, I must know about myself. So, I am happiness, same thing. So, what is this? Who am I? Am I a happiness? Or I am this body, mind, thought and all these things. What is this? What is the meaning of the word I? We will see it now, okay? I will make it very, very simple, so don't feel afraid of anything. Very, very simple. It's one letter, friends, one word, I, which is used maximum and abused maximum. One word. Maximum used word in this world, what is that? I. Every person uses that word I million times a day. Billions of people, billion times, that no other word is used that much as the word I. And no other word is misunderstood as much as the word I. Because this word I is very peculiar. What is the meaning of the word I? What is the meaning of the word hibiscus? Flower. What is the meaning of the word book? This. For every meaning, for every word there is a meaning, right? Bring the specs. Will you bring 2 million things? You only bring specs. Same variety. If I say bring a stone, can you bring stone and leaf and other thing? No, stone. No, bring a stone. Okay? Every word has one meaning. What is the meaning of the word I? You know the alphabets. If there is a board, I would have written it down, but all of your adult audience, you can make it out. Please think. You know alphabets, right? All of us have learned alphabets. A for apple, there is a picture. Have fun. A for apple, there is a picture. B for boy, there is a picture of the boy. C for cat, there is a picture of the cat. D for dog, there is a picture of the dog. Okay? Now E, F, G also. Now come to I. I is not only a letter, I also is a word. Right? I is a word. But in the word book, they will say I for ink and they put a ink bottle. Right? Usually. Where the child will not understand. But you are all grown-up babies. Grown-up, adults, right? So you are learning a new alphabet today. I. I is not only a letter, it is also a word. So I for I, what picture shall you put? Please don't tell me anything. Please think. Here we are not to show off our ignorance or knowledge. Have fun. Be simple, absolutely ordinary. Break inside, just stir your brain. Just think, what shall you put? I for I. Letter I is for word I. What picture shall you put? Okay, no, you can start telling, no problem. Now tell, what picture shall you put?
I picture of that person who is reading that.
Picture of?
That person who is reading that.
Okay, so listen, very good. No, now when somebody says, you don't laugh because you don't have a better answer. Okay? Because every answer will be silly, so don't worry about it. The whole attempt is to prove that how everybody is silly and stupid. And the more you discover you are silly and stupid, you shall be wiser. No problem. Think. Start one by one after another. One gentleman says, we shall put I, put that person's face who is reading. Now imagine what type of printing it will be. If you have to print, you have to print a word book introducing everybody I. Now everybody's picture you have to put. That means no book can be complete. All right. That is for that. Okay. Yes. My own picture. Yes. Very good. Beautiful. Is my own picture. Which picture of yours? Are you 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 10-year-old, 20-year-old? Right. See, can you have a present picture? Your present picture is continuously changing. Can you picture your present? Nobody can catch present. You always catch the past. No camera can catch. Because by the time camera light reaches you and comes back, 1 millionth part of a second has gone, and he is taking 1 millionth part of a second. Now science helps us. You don't have to be a philosopher for it. Science helps us. The light we see is already, star is dead. You can never take a present picture of yours. Huh? Which one? No, that is not. I am asking what is the picture. So don't go beyond the topic. What picture shall you put? The meaning of the word I know. Suppose a hibiscus, you can put the paper. Swan, you put a paper. Use a dog, you put a picture. Put the eye. What is the meaning of the word eye? You are using that word I, right? Then how come you are not able to say? Are you getting that? Difficulty, friends, is nobody can say it. Why? Because this is a peculiar word which has got too many meanings. One word, but too many meanings. Most important, friends, please write down. Millions of relative meanings, one absolute meaning. This is one word which has got two-dimension meaning. One is absolute meaning, other is relative meaning. It's only one word. No other word has got two meanings. If one word has two meanings, you are in trouble. Think, one word has two meanings, you are in trouble. In Tamil Nadu, you are in deep trouble. In Tamil Nadu, that word in Sanskrit, you call pujya. Those who know Tamil, they will know. In Tamil, in Sanskrit, pujya. Pujya means what? Pujya Swamiji. Pujya Swamiji means respected Swamiji. Pujya Pitaji, respected father. Pujya teacher, Acharyaji, respected teacher. Pujya means respected. In Tamil, pujya means same word. Pujya means cipher. 0. So suppose a Tamil Nadu fellow has gone to North India. Tamil Nadu Swami has gone to Delhi. And there they say, Pujya Swamiji, and that fellow doesn't understand Hindi or Sanskrit. He says, these fellows are rascals. The very beginning itself they are calling me a cipher. He will get very angry. Acha, the North Indian Swami has come here. So you want to pull his leg. Therefore you say, Pujya Swamiji. That means you guys, you are a cipher. But the fellow is very happy. Oh, it's true, true. It's like giving a wrong meaning to a word. One day, one person had come with me to Orissa. He's from another country. He said, Swamiji, when people ask me what shall I say in Oriya, I say, you should say, Mu Boka. Mu Boka means, in Oriya, means, what does it mean? It means, I am great. I am wonderful. How are you? Mu Boka. I am wonderful. Oh, very nice. So whoever asked him, how are you today? Mu Boka. Everybody starts laughing because Boka means Beku. Meaning I am stupid. Now he thinks he is telling he is wonderful, but people know he is being stupid. How much hilariousness, how much of nonsense it creates. Think of it. One word has two meanings, you are in trouble. This word I, how many meanings you know? Start. Please play game. Please introduce yourself. Suppose I ask you, who are you? What shall you say? How will you begin? Come on. Who are you? Begin. Who are you? How will you begin? Huh? I. Don't add anything else. Who are you? I am. First thing that is. So everybody shall begin with that. Everybody, round the world. Are you getting that point, please? Round the world, everybody will begin with the word I. Okay? Now hold on for a second. Think. It is all like a joke. It's like a joke, it should strike you. Don't try to understand. Oh, don't try. A joke is not to be understood. A joke has to strike. You want to listen to a joke? Okay, you don't want it. All right. One day he came to Madras, and then he asked, his business was over, he asked the South Indian gentleman, why all the jokes in our name just outside the business? Can you explain me why all the jokes in our name? It's because you guys don't have common sense. And this man said, what do you mean you don't have common sense? What is that common sense you don't have? He said, very simple. They were sitting on both the sides of the table. So the South Indian man put his hand there and asked please hit me. So he has put his hand, boom. When he brings it out, he takes away his hand. When he takes his hand, he hits it really bad. Then he said, this is what? You don't have common sense. You think I'll allow myself to be hit so bad? Why are you bringing such speed and throwing it? That is right, that is right, that is right. Oh my God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And he went back. Went back, reached home. Reached home that evening, 3-4 of his friends, they are going for a walk in the mustard field, in the wheat field. They are going for a long walk in the evening. Then conversation started. So, how was your trip to Madras? Oh, it's great. It was wonderful. You know one thing. I now know the secret. What secret you know? As to why all the jokes are on our name. Really? Huh? Tell me. Why? Why all the jokes in our name? Because we guys don't have common sense. All the three simultaneously asked, what is that common sense so uncommon? What is that common sense you don't have? Now to demonstrate, but there are no tables. So he said, okay. Now why are you laughing? Okay? What is that common sense we don't have? But he has no table there. So he said, put it here. Hit. And when I hit, now why are you laughing? This is joke. But suppose you say, oh, so no common sense. So he put his hand. Then, all right. A joke you don't try to understand. A joke strikes you. Are you getting that? A joke strikes you. The whole teaching about yourself is a joke. Do you know why? You are happiness looking for happiness. Can there be a greater joke? Are you getting that point, please? Can there be a greater joke in life? So don't be too serious in your studies. If you are too serious, you will never understand. That is why when you take a serious study of the scripture, you become absolutely silly. Because you end up as the discipline freak, control freak, the ritual freak or scholarship freak. Oh, I have studied all the Upanishads, Sanskrit included. Are you interested in studying scripture in Sanskrit or knowing yourself? What is your interest? Do you understand what I am talking, sir? Your interest is in knowing the books or knowing yourself. Why is it so important that 100 books you must study? In a grammar book, think. In your college book, even the first standard book, you don't understand the meaning of the word garden. Will you understand in the 10th standard? The same word, no? Happiness, whether it is Tattva Bodha, I, self, is in Tattva Bodha or in a big book, it doesn't make any difference. Same word. What are you interested? Knowing yourself. It's a big joke. Because I am the truth, but I am looking for it. Why you laugh when somebody says, where is my specs? Somebody asks you, where is my specs? Why are you laughing? This fellow is nuts. Why do you laugh at the drunkards? Usually the guys who get drunk, They don't know what they are talking. Sitting down at home, he will be drunk and he will shout, I want to go home. I want to go home. What is it? Children will be laughing, laughing, laughing. What has happened to uncle? Because he is drunk. He doesn't know that he is sitting at home. But you can't laugh at him. Children will laugh at him. But if you are a senior, if you are a responsible person, you don't laugh at him. What do? You take the extra pain to take him out of the house, to bring him to the house, to help him to reach. Then he feels also comfortable. Yes, now I have reached home. And he will go to sleep. The teaching is same thing going on. I am taking you to yourself, getting you out and taking you back. Why? Because all of you are drunk. You don't like it, huh? You may not like it, but that's a fact. Do you know why? Who is a drunk? The drunk who doesn't know about himself. Who is drunk? The person who doesn't know his identity. You think you know your identity? Give me your identity. Who are you? Start. Fun, it is fun. It's so beautiful. Please, nothing like self-knowledge. It's like, I don't know how on earth it has been so much confused. It's so beautiful. Tradition is so wonderful, so human, so universal. You don't need any of these fancy fights in the name of gods and religions and nonsense and all that stuff practices. Simple thing, you know about yourself, Please see how it is. You are drunk. Look at it. See how many identities you can give. Who are you? How will you begin? I, right? That itself will push you out. Let's see. What is this? Huh? Flower. Think. Does it have a name or it is a name? It has a name. What did I ask you? What it is. And what are you giving me? What it has. How much mark you should get? 0. What it, I am asking what it is. You are telling me what it has. It has a name, right? It has a name. Please, if you don't understand, raise your hand, I'll explain again. Huh? But don't worry about it. We have all the time is in the world. That's why you have come for 10 days. Don't worry. It has a name. It is not a name. Please, it has a name. Does the flower depend upon its name for existence? Or the name depends on the flower for its existence? The name depends on it. The object is independent of the name. Are you getting that? The name doesn't depend upon the name depends on the flower. But the flower's existence is independent of the name. Are you getting that point, please? So, name may not be there. Flower is there or not? If the name doesn't exist, will the flower disappear? You got it? Okay. Who are you? If you start with I, this I is your first name. Right or wrong? The I is your first name. I is the universal first name. There is no Hindu I, Muslim I, Christian I, Indian I, American I, Australian I, masculine I, feminine I. Nothing. Universal first name. Are you getting that point, please? Now, go to that logic. Because of the name, do you exist? Or because you exist, therefore there is a name? Because you exist, therefore there is a name. So, do you exist without a name? Yes or no? Yes. So, who are you? Nameless. We shall see that. But you have already assumed a name I. Before even you, are you getting that? Before even you know yourself, already you are strongly involved with one name, I. Are you getting that point, please? Universal, first name, I. And then all other names are names of the name. Who are you? I, yes, I'm still waiting. Who are you? Yes, I am Ram, David, think. Do you have a name Ram or do you have a name David or you are the name? You have a name. So first name you have is I. So Ram is name of the first name. Are you getting that point now? Name of the name. David, name of the name. Are you getting that point, please? Listen. Then I say, I am not interested in your name. I want to know who you are. Then you shall say, I am a man or woman. The man or woman, is it your gender or it is you? It's gender. Listen carefully. Don't be too sure that you are a man or woman. Nowadays you are totally confused. You know? No. This thing, transgender, all that, by God, you know what's going on. Not only that, you are in a female body, but you are not comfortable, you convert it to a man. You are in a man's body, you are not comfortable with that body, convert it to a woman. Other day, I had been to a place, and there was a program was over. After the program was over, they introduced me to the artist. And she played the instrument very well. And after I did namaskar. It's another country, sort of, I was saying namaskar. But when I was doing namaskar, the person extended the hand. When she extended the hand, can I say no? So I said, okay. Shook his hand. It was supposed to be a she. I shook the hand also, no problem. After I went back, I asked my host, the lady whose family I was staying, I said, that girl, she played whatever way, but her hand, so big and so strong and so hard. My hand is more feminine than that hand. Huh? I'm not telling you, why so? Do you know what she said? Swamiji, she was a man. I'm not telling you a joke. Huh? She was a man. She's a big man. Now she is completely converted. And he had a daughter with his wife. So now the daughter has two mothers. Because this man is a woman, and the woman of course is a woman. Now how are you so sure now? Are you getting that point? It helps you to understand yourself better. Because you thought, I'm a man. But the I continues. Man has become a woman. I'm not talking about gender, transgender, sexuality, and that's your game. You solve the original problem. You understand? Original problem, you know what? Oh, it's so beautiful. It is too beautiful. Listen, when you are driving or you are climbing, you are coming down the steps, you slip. Tell me, when you fall down, should you fix the place where you fell or should you fix the place where you slipped? Huh? Where shall you fix? Will you fix the place where you slipped or where you fell? Huh? So difficult question. Which fixes we shall fix? So we are climbing, I told you, giving the thing, you are walking on the ladder or you are walking on a slope. Suppose you slipped and fell down. So which place you shall fix? Where you slipped or where you fell down? Slipped. Why? Don't fix the place where you fell down. Fix the place where you slipped. You fell down on an object. You slipped in yourself. Are you getting that point, please? Your slip begins SLIP. You slipped inside. Not knowing yourself. That is the first mistake. The I does not knowing about itself. After that you are slipping. Once you have slipped, are you getting that? Once you have slipped from yourself, then you are falling with the body, falling in the mind, falling with the sound, falling with the touch, falling with the taste, falling with the smell. But your slipping begins where? First you slipped from inside. Fix that. But what you are fixing? Don't see bad things. Don't hear bad things. Don't, you know these three monkeys, right? Bura mat dekho, Bura mat suno, bura mat bolo, don't see bad, don't hear bad, don't speak bad. In my room there are 3 monkeys. They were, I don't know where my monkeys are. So it was 20 years back I had in my room. I don't know, I changed my room, God knows where the monkeys have gone. This monkey was looking through binocular and listening like that and speaking through a loudspeaker. Which monkey you want to become, my monkey or Gandhi's monkey? Both are fools. Think. Neither must you see everything, nor you must close your eyes. Why? Keep your eyes open. Don't close your eyes. Because if you close your eyes, of course you will not see anything bad, but you will not see good either. If you keep your ears closed, you shall not hear anything wrong, but you will not hear anything right either. If you keep your mouth shut, you may not speak anything bad, but you won't say anything good either. So keep your eyes open, choose to see. Keep your ears open, choose to hear. Keep your mouth open, choose to speak. Are you getting that point, please? So look for yourself. Where did you sleep? I lost sight of myself, I don't know, I am the happiness. That is the sleep. After that, how many mistakes we commit? Million places we fall. Everybody will fall. So don't be so harsh on human beings. They will commit mistakes. They have slipped, no? Once you have slipped from yourself, you can't escape. Thereafter you are looking for happiness. You have slipped from yourself. You want to go back. And you think one way of going back there is through sensation. One way of going back there is through meditation. One way of going back there is through penance, indulgence, denial. Each one trying out his method. But you forget, nobody, in reality, you have never ever moved away from yourself. It's a notion only. Please see how it is. So when you say I, you say I am the body. I say, look, I am not interested in your gender consideration, in your sexuality. Tell me, who are you? Oh, I am a PhD. Is it your degree or you are the degree? You have a degree, right? Listen. Please see. So every time you are asked to reveal yourself, who are you, you always say what you have. You never say who you are. Are you getting that point? We are trained to communicate with what we have because you don't know who we are. The whole world is mad. Drunk. This is drunkenness. Everybody is drunk. That is when insanity is sanity, the sane fellow becomes insane. So a person who says you are the truth, he becomes a freak. Just think. Please see that, friends. I am the managing director. Do you have a position or you are the position? You have a position, okay? These are all secular identities. Listen carefully now. You have got secular identities. Son, father, husband, wife, man, woman, PhD, managing director, rich, poor, young, old. All these are secular identities, okay? Some people get tired of the secular identities and they pick up a religious identity. What is religious identity? Follower of this faith, follower of that faith, follower of this practice, follower of that God. This becomes a religious identity. Listen carefully. Do you have a faith or you are a faith? Huh? Anybody born branded? Anybody? Born with a Om on the back. Om. Swamiji, this fellow is a Hindu by birth. How? Om. It was already embossed. Anybody? Now this fellow was branded with a cross. He was crossed. Another fellow with a moon and star. Somebody with a wheel. Somebody with a fire. Is there anybody born branded? You pick up a faith. Are you getting that point, please? you pick up a faith. Think. Do you have a faith or you are a faith? That is why, then which one I shall take? I told you yesterday. The one who says you are not of this faith, you are not of these things, you are absolute. That only works. It looks like a faith, but is not a faith. That is why it becomes so beautiful. Think of this, friends. Okay, so you have a faith. I am not interested in your faith. Tell me, who are you? Thus you see now. One absolute identity, I, which is LCD, least common denominator, I, and the relative identities. How many relative identities? How many are there? Hundreds and thousands. When you take yourself to be, listen, when you take yourself to be, when you, who you are, identify yourself with what you have slipped. And you have got thousands of different identities, relative identities. The I remaining the same, just play with that word. The I remaining the same, the roles are, whether it is a secular identity, religious identity, identities are so many. That is why modern man going through identity crisis. Only modern man, ancient man also was going through it. Don't worry. So when you are going through identity crisis, shall we get rid of the identities or deal with the person who is identifying? When you are going through an identity crisis, do you get rid of the identities or fix the fellow who is identifying? The person identifying, the I thought. So what is the meaning of the word I now? Now I thought, listen carefully, the I is the first name, okay? I is the first name. All other names are the names of the name. Getting that point? All other names are the names of the name. So all other names need not be taken seriously, because the role of the role. I is a role or I is the actor? Come on. I is a role or I is the actor? It is a role pretending to be actor. Because your first name, are you getting that? Your first name also is a name. The first name also is a name of the nameless. Now because of the name you exist, or because you exist, therefore there is a name? Because you exist, therefore there is a name. So in reality you are nameless, but you have assumed a name. But at this moment you have not assumed. It is already, you are stuck on the name. So when all these relative identities are there, you remove that. Okay? Listen. So many identities, like body with the body. When you say riches, it's there outside riches. Now when you think of the word I, with what shall you identify? None of these things. No object, no condition of the body, no thoughts. See how you play inside. Engineering thought, I say engineer. Son thought comes up, I am father. Daughter thought comes up, I am father. Wife thought comes up, I am husband. Husband thought comes up, I am wife. So the I thought picking up so many roles. Listen carefully. Suppose all these thoughts for the time being suspended. No thought comes. Do you know what the I will say? I am quiet. To identify, you must be conscious of a thought. Right or wrong? If you are unconscious, can you identify? In deep sleep, what do you identify with? In deep sleep, what do you identify with it? You don't identify with anything because you are unconscious. To identify, you must be conscious. To identify, you must be conscious. To be conscious, do you need a name? This is a precious statement. To be conscious, do you need a name? To be quiet, do you need to produce sound? To be conscious, what name should you have? The meaning of the word I is consciousness. Aham, Sat, Chit, Ananda. That look, see that. Awareness, one meaning. Where there is no name. And that indeed, when you are with yourself, happiness, love, freedom. The absolute meaning, true for all of us. Who we are is one and the same. But what we have is difference. Please close your eyes. Who you are, the nameless. No name needed. No thought needed. But to function in this world, you need all the names, all the thoughts. That is the absolute meaning. Thank you, friends. We shall see in the afternoon. Please go back, think over these things and work it out inside you. So you know how to handle your thoughts of yourself. Thank you.